Welcome back to our class that is a human resource management, and today's topic is job evaluation. In this session, we are going to learn about what is job evaluation and different methods used for job evaluation. So, job evaluation it is a systematic way of determining the relative worth of a particular job. So, what is the value of a job in the particular organization and determine a fair wage for such a job? So, this method is very important while fixing a job and what is the nearest value or what is the worth of that job. Only on the basis of that, you have to fix the salary or wages. It is a systematic comparison between the jobs to assess the worth and to establish a rational pay structure. Automatically, you might be having certain confusion like why. So, is there any difference between the performance appraisal and job evaluation? So, performance appraisal is all about evaluating the performance of the employee and the worth of the job holder. While in job evaluation, what is the worth of the job that is identified under the job evaluation? And the aim of the job evaluation is to determine the wages for different job. So, what amount should be paid to a particular job? While in the case of performance appraisal, it is to determine the incentives and rewards for the performance on the basis of the performance of the employee, and it shows how a job is worth, while in performance appraisal it shows how an individual works. So evaluation means evaluating the job and finding out the worth, and on the basis of that determining the wages, while performance appraisal is finding out the worth of the job holder and providing measuring his performance and providing him with the proper incentives or reward. So these are the features of job evaluation. The first one is it tries to assess the job with the requirements of the job. That is, it tries to assess the people and not the it tried to assess the uh, job and not the people. And next, it provides a standard for that is it is a standard and relative method, and it's not an absolute method, and it provides a basic information on which the job evaluation are made, and it is carried out by groups and not by individual, and it does not fix pay scale but merely provides a basis for evaluating a rational wage structure within the organization. So these are the main features of the job evaluation. Next is the process of job evaluation, and the process is divided into 8 subpoints. First one is gaining acceptance. Gaining acceptance means before undertaking job evaluation, the top management must explain the aim and uses of the program to the employees and the union. To elaborate the program further, an oral presentation should be made, and on the basis of that they should be accept the situation that they are going their job is going to be assessed, and the letters booklets etc could be used to classify the relevant aspects of job evaluation program. Second is creating job evaluation committee. It's not possible for a single person to evaluate all the key jobs in the organization. Usually, a job evaluation committee consisting of experienced personnel or employees or union representatives and HR expert is created for this. Then, finding the job to be evaluated. Every job need not to be evaluated. This may be too costly and time taking. So certain job key jobs in the different departments has to be identified and pick up such job, and care must be taken to ensure that they represent the type of work performed in each department. After that, the fourth step is analyzing and preparing job description. And this requires the preparation of the job description and also an analysis of the job needs for successful performance. And fifth step is selecting the method of evaluation. So there are different methods of evaluation. We'll be discussing it later. And which method is suitable for the organization as well as the job factor. On the basis of that, it has to be decided. And the sixth step is classifying job. The relative worth of various jobs in an organization may be found after arranging the job in the order of importance using the criteria such as skill, requirement, experience needed, under which job is performed, type of responsibilities to be shouldered, degree of supervision needed, the areas of the job should be stressed. All these should be given a weight, and on the basis of weight, the job worth is determined. And next is installing the program. Once evaluation process is over and a plan of action is ready, management must explain to its employees and put it into operation. And the last one or the last process is reviewing periodically. In the light of changes in environmental conditions, jobs need to be closely examined. For example, the traditional clerical functions have undergone a rapid changes in the sectors like banking, insurance, railways, and other computerization. So new job description need to be written and the skill need of the job need to be incorporated in the evaluation process. So when there is any change, that change should be reflected in the evaluation process. So it is shown in this particular area. So these are the different 8 steps or the process of job evaluation. And now we are going to the main point, that is the different methods of job evaluation. Commonly used for methods are ranking method, job classification, point method, computerized job evaluation. Under that, the first one is ranking method. And the ranking method is, as the name itself, it is assigned on the basis of the rank. That is, jobs are arranged from highest to lowest in the order of their value or merit, and the highest will be paid the highest salary and lowest will be paid with the lowest salary. Variation of the payment of salary depends on the variation in the nature of the job, and it was one of the traditional method used by the organization. So in this method, the salary variations make the main platform for the division of sorry job variation make a platform in the division of the salary. And the main advantages, it is very simple, but disadvantages, it is not suitable for the complex organizations. And this is one an example of this ranking method. That is, accountant who is having a higher task is getting higher salary compared to an office boy. So on the basis of rank, they are provided with the salary. And these are the main steps involved, advantage and disadvantage at a glance about the job ranking. It is mainly useful for the small firm, and it develops a brief job description for each job, appoint a cross functional committee to select top and bottom most benchmarks and compare the jobs with these benchmarks and rank them. It is simple and inexpensive, but it is a crude method, and subjectivity risk is also there in case of job ranking. So these are the demerit of ranking method. The next method is job classification. So job classification, with this approach, that is the generic job characteristics a group to the reflected levels of skills or responsibilities. It's also another straightforward method that is not too time consuming. That is, individual jobs are compared with the group jobs and then matched to a specific grade classification. And it can be a challenge because one size does not fit all, so jobs may be force fit into a grade. So here the jobs, for example, in the class, if it is a classification in an office, it may be classified into class 1, class 2, class 3. Class 1 may be consisting of the executive, the deputy office manager, office superintendent, department supervisors, office managers, etc. And the class 2 will be consisting of the skilled workers, purchase assistant, cashier, clerk, etc. And in the class 3, the semi skilled, that is steno, machine operators, switchboard operators comes in the third. And the last class 4, unskilled or semi skilled workers, draft man, file clerks, office boy will comes under the last. That is, just like as we make a division in the management level, the jobs will be divided into class 1, class 2, class 3 and class 4. Sometimes some classes has to be fit into the other class, as there is no other option to include it, so it will be a demerit in this particular method. The next method is a point method. This approach identifies the job factors that add a value and worth to a position. So, job factors are separated like skills, responsibilities, effort, etc. And the point of for individual factors are added up to get a point value for the whole job. It may not reflect the market value of the job. It generates a hierarchy but does not have an external component under this particular factor sorry point method. So uh, in this method the key elements are identified, like and the points will be given. For example, mm, the factor 1 will be considered as a skill, and it will be given with the uh, 10 point. Then physical effort will be given with the uh, another point, and a total of all these points will be valued. So here different grades will be provided, and on the basis of that the people will be, or the job will be evaluated. And it can be used for all type of work, and it develops a detailed job description, interview job occupants to understand the job, and it always creates a skill point in terms of quantity as well as quality. And it is comparatively objective and easy to interpret as it considers the skills required to perform a job. But the disadvantages, it is very time consuming and it is very expensive in nature. And the last method is the computerized job evaluation. So much of the time consuming effort on maintaining the job evaluation program can be reduced by the computerized job evaluation method, because computer aided system simplifies the administration of the job evaluation program and provides more expedient means of providing job evaluation information. The computerization of the job evaluation is an effective way of supporting the global organization as well as the large and potential organization. And it provides not only evaluation decision support but also provide an administrative support. Administrative support is about managing the data with usual array of reporting facilities, and evaluation decision provides the evaluators in various degrees with the aim of improving the objectivity and consistency. And its process is divided into four. That is, job data is collected from the supervisors using a structured machine scorable questionnaire. And the second step, the software can be used to analyze the questionnaire and responses and perform the job evaluation. In the third step, with the advent of skill based pay with focus of an employee education experience and skill development, a computer based programs can update the employee knowledge and skills as they are required. and pay adjustments are then made to reflect the employees' increased knowledge and skills. So these are the main four methods of job evaluation. Hope you have understand the terminologies explained in this particular video. Thank you for listening and have a nice day. Thank you.